Behind the Mask. Chapter 1. The Masked Life. Anna looked at herself in the bathroom mirror. She saw her face, but something felt wrong. It was like she was looking at a stranger, not really herself. Each morning, Anna did the same things. She got up, brushed her teeth, and pulled her brown hair back in a neat ponytail. She wore her work clothes, plain black pants, a white blouse, and flat shoes. She didn't think much about it. She just did it. It was her routine.
Just another day.
She whispered to herself, trying to smile. But even to her, the smile felt fake. On the subway ride to work, Anna looked around at the other people. Everyone seemed lost in their own world. Many people looked down at their phones or just stared blankly ahead. Across from her, Anna noticed a young girl in a bright yellow dress. The girl held a small notebook and was drawing something with deep focus. The girl looked so happy, so alive. Anna felt a strange feeling in her chest. She used to draw like that too. As a teenager, she loved filling her notebooks with little sketches. But over the years, she had stopped. She didn't know why. Life just got busy, and she put her sketchbook away. The subway stopped, and Anna had to get off. She walked to her office building, her steps slow and heavy. She worked in an accounting office, a safe job with good pay. It was what people called a good job. But every day, it felt empty to Anna. It felt like she was just pretending to be someone else, a person who cared about numbers and rules. When she entered the office, Anna smiled at her co-workers. They smiled back, but their smiles were quick, like they were just doing what they had to. Everyone looked a little tired, a little distant.
Good morning, Anna.
A cheerful voice called. It was Lisa, one of Anna's co-workers. Lisa was always happy, always full of energy.
Good morning, Lisa.
Anna replied, trying to match her cheerfulness.
Are you coming out with us after work tonight?
Lisa asked.
It will be fun.
Anna didn't really want to go. She didn't like big groups and loud places. But she didn't want to say no, either.
Maybe.
She said, giving Lisa a small smile. Lisa beamed.
Great, I'll see you there.
As Lisa walked away, Anna felt her own smile fade. She didn't want to go to after-work drinks. She didn't want to pretend to enjoy the jokes or try to make small talk. But she had been saying yes for so long, she didn't know how to stop. Anna sat at her desk and turned on her computer. She started her work, her mind drifting back to the girl in the yellow dress. She thought about the girl's notebook, her happy smile, and the way she drew so freely. Anna couldn't remember the last time she felt that kind of happiness. When the clock hit 5, Anna felt a knot in her stomach. She had told Lisa she might come, but she didn't want to go. She just wanted to go home and be alone. But part of her felt guilty. Saying no was hard. But so was saying yes all the time. Finally, Anna picked up her phone and typed a quick text to Lisa.
Sorry, I won't make it tonight. I need to take care of some things at home.
The text was short and polite, but for Anna, it felt like a big deal. She was saying no, for once. She was putting herself first. After work, Anna walked home and past a small art shop she hadn't noticed in years. She went inside and looked around. The shop was filled with art supplies, colored pencils, brushes, paints, and sketchbooks. She slowly picked up a small sketchbook and a set of pencils. They felt strange in her hands, but also familiar, like holding a part of her past. When she got home, Anna sat down on her couch with the sketchbook. She opened it to a blank page. Her pencil hovered above it, and she didn't know where to start. But after a few moments, she made a small line, then another. Soon, her pencil was moving freely, creating shapes and lines. It felt slow and awkward at first, but she kept going. Hours passed, and when Anna looked at the clock, it was late. Her eyes were tired, but she felt happy. She looked down at her drawings, small, rough, but real. They were hers. For the first time in a long time, Anna felt a small light inside her. She had been hiding her real self for so long, wearing a mask to fit in. But tonight, with her simple drawings, she felt a bit closer to the real Anna. She didn't know what would happen next, but she was ready to keep going. She was ready to take off the mask, piece by piece, and find herself again. Chapter 2. Starting to see clearly. The next day, Anna woke up feeling different. She looked at the little sketchbook on her table. The sketches from last night were simple, but seeing them made her feel proud. She had done something for herself, something that was real and true. As she got ready for work, she thought about her day ahead. The same desk, the same numbers, the same people. But this time, it felt a little less heavy. She felt like she was carrying a tiny light with her, a reminder of her drawing, of who she really was deep down. At the office, Lisa noticed Anna's quiet smile.
You seem happy today.
Lisa said, raising an eyebrow.
Oh, just a nice evening at home.
Anna replied. She didn't want to say too much. This feeling was hers, something private and special. But she didn't have to pretend so hard today, and that felt good. The day went by as usual, with files and emails filling her screen. But now, Anna found herself wondering about other things. She looked around at her co-workers. Some looked tired, while others looked busy. She wondered if they felt the same as she did. Were they hiding? Too, did they also wear masks? As she watched her boss, Mr. Grant, walk by, Anna noticed how tense he looked. He always looked serious and busy, but today she thought maybe he was hiding something, too. Maybe everyone was a little like her, doing what they thought they had to do, instead of what made them happy. That night, Anna went home and sat with her sketchbook again. She wasn't sure what to draw, so she started with simple things: a leaf, a cup of tea, her own hand. Her drawings were still rough, but she didn't mind. She was learning to like each line, even if it wasn't perfect. Then an idea came to her. She wanted to draw something that showed how she felt inside, something about the mask she wore every day. She sketched a face, partly hidden by a mask. The face looked sad, but the eyes were bright, like they wanted to be free. As she drew, Anna thought about her life. She thought about why she was always so quiet, why she agreed to things she didn't enjoy, and why she didn't say what she really felt. For so long, she had been scared of not fitting in, of people not liking her. But now, she was starting to see that maybe it was okay to be herself, even if that meant being different. When she finished her drawing, Anna looked at it for a long time. It felt like she was looking at her real self, hidden but alive, waiting to come out. The next morning, Anna felt a little braver. On her way to work, she stopped by a coffee shop and ordered a cappuccino with a little extra chocolate on top. She had never ordered it that way before, always choosing plain coffee. But today, she wanted something sweet, something just for her. At work, Anna tried something else new. When Lisa came by, talking about her weekend plans, Anna listened but didn't pretend to be excited. She just listened, and when Lisa asked if she wanted to join, Anna smiled and said,
Maybe another time.
It was a small thing, but for Anna, it felt like a big step. During her lunch break, Anna took out her sketchbook. She found a small, quiet corner in the park nearby. She only had a few minutes, but she wanted to draw. She let herself feel the air, the sunlight, the sounds of people talking and laughing. She let all of that fill her up as she drew little scenes from the park. Each sketch felt like a piece of her coming back to life. She didn't need to be perfect or do everything right. She just needed to be true to herself, little by little. As the days went by, Anna kept drawing in her sketchbook. She didn't know where this journey would lead, but she knew one thing: she wanted to keep going. She wanted to live a life where she didn't have to wear a mask every day, a life where she could be her true self. And as she sat in the park, with her sketchbook and her heart open, Anna felt something she hadn't felt in a long time: hope. Chapter 3: Finding Joy in Small Things. Anna woke up the next morning feeling a little lighter. She thought about what the wise old man had said to her. The real you is waiting to be found. Those words gave her a strange, new feeling, something close to excitement. Anna decided to try something new that day. She looked around her house, noticing the paint brushes and colors in a dusty corner. She remembered that, as a child, she used to love painting. It was a small joy she had long forgotten. So she picked up a paintbrush, filled a glass of water, and began to paint on a plain white paper. At first, the colors felt strange in her hand. She didn't know what to paint, so she just let her hand move freely. Blue, green, yellow, they spread on the paper like soft waves. As Anna painted, she felt herself relax. She felt happy, even if only a little. The next day, Anna decided to do something else. She went to the park and walked slowly, feeling the soft wind on her face. She watched the children play, the birds fly, and the sun shine warmly on the grass. She realized that she hadn't noticed these things in a long time. She had been too busy pretending to be someone else, trying to be perfect. In the days that followed, Anna tried more small things. She read books she had once loved. She cooked simple meals, enjoying the smell and taste of the food. She even bought a little plant for her window, watching it grow day by day. Slowly, Anna was starting to feel more like herself. One day, while painting, she whispered to herself,
Maybe I don't need the mask anymore.
The thought felt strange, almost scary, but also a little bit freeing. It felt as if a door was slowly opening, and on the other side, her true self was waiting. Anna smiled. She still didn't know exactly who she was, but she was learning to find joy in small things. And that, she thought, was a good start. Chapter 4: Sharing Her True Self. After spending days enjoying simple moments and reconnecting with herself, Anna began to feel something new, a desire to share her true self with others. For so long, she had hidden behind her mask, only showing people what she thought they wanted to see. But now, she wanted to show them who she really was. One evening, Anna's friend Sarah invited her to a small gathering. Usually, Anna would prepare for hours, choosing the perfect outfit, fixing her hair just right, and practicing her polite smile. But this time, she paused. She didn't want to put on the mask again. She wanted to be herself, even if it felt a bit scary. Anna chose a simple outfit, something comfortable and plain. She didn't worry about her hair or makeup. She wanted to be real, not perfect. As she looked in the mirror, she felt nervous, but also a little proud. This was her, not the version she used to show others. At the gathering, Anna's friends noticed the change right away.
Anna, you look different today.
Sarah said, a bit surprised.
Yes, you look relaxed, happy, even.
Added Tom, another friend. Anna smiled, a real, warm smile.
Thank you.
She said softly.
I'm trying something new. I'm trying to just be me.
For the first time, Anna talked openly with her friends. She didn't try to impress anyone or say the perfect things. She shared little stories about her week, about her painting, and even about the plant she had bought. Her friends listened with interest, some of them smiling and nodding, others giving her kind words of encouragement. At one point, Anna laughed, a true, joyful laugh that she hadn't felt in a long time. And to her surprise, her friends laughed with her. They didn't seem to mind that she wasn't as perfect as before. In fact, they seemed to enjoy this real version of her even more. As the night went on, Anna felt her fear melting away. She realized that being herself didn't push people away. In fact, it brought them closer. She felt free, open, and light, as if a great weight had been lifted from her shoulders. When she went home that night, Anna felt a happiness she had never known before. She didn't need the mask to make friends. She didn't need the mask to feel loved. For the first time, she felt comfortable in her own skin. Anna lay down in bed, thinking about the evening. She knew she still had a long journey ahead, but tonight was a step, a big step. She was learning to trust herself, to believe that she was enough just as she was. And that thought made her smile, a real, genuine smile, as she drifted off to sleep. Chapter 5: Facing Doubts. The next morning, Anna woke up feeling lighter than she had in years. She felt proud of the step she had taken with her friends the night before. But as the day went on, doubts began to creep in. Questions buzzed in her mind like little bees. Did her friends really enjoy her company? Or were they just being polite? Maybe they liked the old perfect Anna better. The fear of losing people was strong. For so long, her mask had kept her feeling safe, even if it meant hiding parts of herself. But now, without it, she felt a bit exposed. To calm her mind, Anna went to her favorite park. She found a bench under a large tree, where she often sat to think. She watched the people walking by, some with friends, some with families, others alone like her. Seeing so many different people, each with their own stories, helped her remember that she wasn't alone in feeling uncertain. As she sat there, an elderly woman with kind eyes and a soft smile sat down beside her. The woman seemed to sense Anna's worry and struck up a gentle conversation.
You have a thoughtful look about you.
The woman said.
Are you trying to solve a big problem?
Anna smiled shyly.
I guess I am. I'm trying to. Well, I'm trying to be myself without pretending.
The woman nodded, as if she understood.
It sounds simple, doesn't it? Just being ourselves. But it's one of the hardest things in the world.
Yes, it is.
Anna replied softly.
I keep wondering if people will still like me if I show them the real me.
The woman gave a wise, knowing smile.
I learned long ago that not everyone will like us, and that's okay. But the people who do, well, they'll be the ones who really matter.
Anna felt warmth in the woman's words, like a gentle hug. It was a reminder that she didn't need to be liked by everyone. She only needed to be true to herself, to let the right people into her life. As they talked, Anna felt her doubts fading. She didn't need to worry about impressing everyone. She just needed to keep being herself, step by step, one day at a time. The woman soon stood up to leave, giving Anna a small pat on her shoulder.
Keep going, dear. You're braver than you know.
As the woman walked away, Anna felt a quiet strength growing inside her. She understood that doubts would come and go, but she could face them. She would keep moving forward, learning to live without the mask, even if it felt a little scary sometimes. Anna left the park feeling grateful, holding on to the woman's words. She didn't have to be perfect. She just had to be real. And that, she realized, was enough. Chapter 6: A Conversation with Mom. Anna's mind kept returning to the words of the wise woman from the park. She knew she wanted to continue being herself, but there was one more person she had to face: her mother. Growing up, Anna's mom always praised her for being polite, neat, and accomplished. Her mother valued order and control, and Anna learned to follow those ideals to keep her mom proud. Over time, though, Anna felt she had to hide parts of herself to fit her mother's image of a perfect daughter. Now, Anna wanted to share the real her, but she wasn't sure how her mom would react. One evening, Anna decided it was time. She took a deep breath and went to the living room, where her mother was sitting with a cup of tea. The familiar comfort of the room, the soft couch, the framed family photos, the warm lighting, made her feel a little safer.
Mom, can we talk?
Anna asked, her voice soft but steady. Her mom looked up, surprised but smiling.
Of course, dear. What's on your mind?
Anna sat down across from her mother, her hands nervously twisting in her lap. She tried to find the right words.
I've been thinking a lot about who I am, and I think for a long time, I've been trying to be someone I'm not, just to make others happy.
Her mom's smile faded, replaced by a look of concern.
What do you mean?
I mean,
Anna continued.
I think I've been hiding parts of myself. I've been wearing a mask, pretending to be, well, perfect. But, Mom, I'm not perfect, and I don't think I want to pretend anymore.
Her mother took a long sip of her tea, her face thoughtful. Anna's heart raced as she waited for her mother's response. After a pause, her mom set down her tea and sighed.
Anna, I've always wanted the best for you. I wanted you to be strong, to succeed, and to be happy. I thought that by guiding you to be the best, I was helping.
I know, Mom,
Anna replied, her voice gentle.
and I appreciate everything you've done. But sometimes, I felt like I couldn't show my true self, like I had to be perfect all the time.
Her mom looked down, her fingers lightly tapping her teacup.
I didn't realize that. Maybe I put too much pressure on you without knowing it.
The room fell silent. Then, to Anna's surprise, her mom reached out and placed a hand on hers.
Thank you for telling me this, Anna. I want you to be happy, and if that means letting go of perfection, then I will support you.
A wave of relief washed over Anna. She squeezed her mom's hand and smiled.
Thank you, Mom. I was so afraid you'd be disappointed.
Her mother gave her a warm smile, her eyes soft.
Never, Anna. I'm proud of you for being honest and brave. You don't need to wear a mask with me.
Anna felt tears welling up in her eyes, but this time, they were tears of joy. She finally felt understood, and she knew this conversation had brought them closer. That night, Anna went to bed feeling lighter. She had faced her biggest fear and had been met with love and acceptance. Now, she felt ready to keep moving forward, embracing her true self with the support of those she cared about. Chapter 7: Embracing New Passions. With her mother's support, Anna felt a new energy inside her. She realized that it was time to explore what truly made her happy. Anna started by thinking about the things she loved, but had put aside for so long. She remembered how much she enjoyed painting as a child. She used to spend hours with her paintbrush, creating colorful worlds on canvas. It was something that made her feel free and happy. Inspired, Anna decided to buy some paints and brushes. One Saturday morning, she walked into an art supply store. The bright colors of the paints and the different canvases excited her. She picked up a set of watercolors and a small canvas. As she paid for her supplies, she felt a rush of excitement. It was like she was reclaiming a piece of herself. That afternoon, Anna set up a small space in her living room. She spread out her supplies on a table and took a deep breath. With her brushes ready, she began to paint. She didn't worry about making it perfect. She simply let her imagination flow. As she painted, Anna felt happiness wash over her. She chose bright colors and painted flowers, trees, and a bright blue sky. With each stroke, she felt more and more like herself. The worries of the world faded away, and she was lost in her art. Days turned into weeks, and Anna continued to paint every chance she got. She even signed up for a local art class to meet others who shared her passion. In class, she discovered new techniques and made new friends who encouraged her creativity. For the first time, she felt truly connected to others who accepted her for who she was. One day, while at class, her instructor praised her work, saying,
"You have a unique style, Anna. Your colors are vibrant and full of life. Keep it up."
Anna felt a rush of pride. She realized that she was finally living her truth, and it felt incredible. Chapter 8. Sharing her journey. As Anna continued to paint and grow, she wanted to share her journey with others. She thought about her friends who were still wearing their own masks, hiding their true selves. Anna decided to host an art show at a local cafe to showcase her paintings and tell her story. She spent weeks preparing for the event. She painted new pieces, each one telling a part of her journey to self-acceptance. Anna invited her friends, family, and even the wise woman from the park. The night of the art show arrived. The cafe was filled with colorful lights, and Anna's paintings decorated the walls. She stood nervously near her artwork, greeting guests as they arrived. When her mother walked in, Anna felt a wave of support. Her mom smiled proudly, giving her a thumbs up. As the crowd gathered, Anna took a deep breath and began to speak.
Thank you all for coming. This show is not just about my paintings. It's about my journey to find myself. For a long time, I wore a mask to please others, but I've learned that it's okay to be true to who I am.
She looked around the room, seeing familiar faces nodding in understanding.
I hope my art inspires you to take off your masks too. We are all unique, and that is something to celebrate.
The crowd erupted in applause, and Anna felt a warm glow inside her. She had shared her story, and it was met with love and acceptance. After her speech, people began to approach her to talk about her paintings. They shared their own stories of struggling with identity and the pressure to conform. Anna listened, offering support and encouragement. She felt connected to everyone in a way she never had before. Chapter 9. The New Beginning. Chapter 9. The New Beginning. As the night ended, Anna stood back and took in the scene. Her heart was full. She had not only found herself, but had also created a community of support and love. After the event, Anna received many messages from friends and strangers alike, thanking her for sharing her journey. They expressed how inspired they were to embrace their own true selves. Anna realized that by being honest about her struggles, she had helped others feel less alone. This journey was not just about her. It was about everyone who felt they had to wear a mask. In the months that followed, Anna continued to paint and grow. She started a small blog where she shared her art and wrote about her journey. Her message was simple.
Be yourself. You are enough just as you are.
Anna learned that life would still have challenges, but she was now ready to face them without fear. With her mother's support and the friendship she had built, Anna felt empowered to live authentically. And so, she began a new chapter in her life, one filled with creativity, connection, and a deep understanding of the beauty of being true to oneself.